Hello everyone, welcome to our next section. And in this section, our major focus will be on the sensors that can be interfaced with the Arduino Uno. We'll also be creating some exciting projects with the help of these sensors. And I would say this is the really fun part where you will actually see some really smart and efficient things come to light. So first of all, our topic for this lecture will be our infrared sensor, which is basically a sensor that is used for object detection. So it is called IR sensor module, and it is majorly used in robotic applications where you can connect it to a robot, and whenever a robot comes in the vicinity of an obstacle, you can maybe make it do some kind of function that you want it to do. So I will tell you the basic principle of how it works, and moving on will be actually for the real life testing and everything. We will be using an IR sensor module and turning on the onboard LED. So the infrared sensor consists of two major parts: the IR emitter, which is basically an infrared LED, and the IR detector, which is a photodiode. So what exactly happens is that the infrared LED emits light, and whenever there is an object in the vicinity of the sensor, these light are reflected and detected by the photodiode. So upon detection, the photodiode generates a very small voltage. This voltage is compared to a preset voltage that we set with the help of a potentiometer. So I told you before also how a potentiometer is used in various sensor modules, and what exactly is done with the potentiometer, that it can be used to preset voltages. So let me give you an example here which will really help you understand what I'm talking about. So let's imagine an object at a distance of 5 centimeter from the infrared sensor module, and whenever it is at a distance of 5 centimeter, let us say that it gives a voltage of about, I'm just giving you a number here, nothing is calculated, and it gives you a voltage about, let's say, 0.5 volts, and the preset value is, let's say, 1 volt. So this means that the voltage that we are getting with the help of the photodiode is less, so it will give a logic low, which means that there is no object in the vicinity, which means there is no object nearer than 5 centimeter. So what exactly will happen, that next time the object is, let's say, at a distance of 2 centimeter, it will, let's say, create a voltage with the help of the photodiode around 1.5 volts, and our preset voltage is 1 volt, which we have done with the help of the 10k ohm pot. So now, since 1.5 volt is greater than 1 volt, we will get a logic high. So let's take another situation where an object is at 2 centimeter and creating a voltage of, say, 1.5 volts. So since 1.5 volts is greater than a preset value, which is 1 volt, it will give a logic high. So let's say we want that if the object is in the vicinity of, let's say, only 2 centimeter, then only we get a logic high. So how to do that? We can do that with the help of the potentiometer and tune the preset voltage from 1 volt to, let's say, 1.5 volts. So you are getting the idea how we can actually use the potentiometer to make distances where we want object detection to take place. How is this comparison of the voltage that is detected by the photodiode and the preset voltage done? So that is done with the help of an integrated circuit. It is called a voltage comparator IC. IC stands for integrated circuit, and it is LM358 that is being used here. So LM358 is one of the most widely used voltage comparator chip, and I won't be getting into the details and the pinout of it, but I hope that now that I've explained to you the working of the infrared sensor, and we will be majorly focusing on the infrared sensor module, how to program it. Also, so mostly infrared sensor is used for object detection, and the reason that it is used in robots is because very small robots tend to require only a object detection within 10 centimeter, and infrared sensor is accurate till only 10 centimeter. It is also not that accurate in sunlight. So for distance calculating sensors, for extreme precision ones, we sometimes use the ultrasonic sensor, which gives accurate distance, and it can work up till 2 meters. So that is much better. We'll be interfacing that as well. So now let me show you the circuit diagram of the infrared sensor module. So as you can see here, this is the infrared sensor module. This is what it looks like. It has a photodiode over there and an LED as well. And it has 3 pins: an out, which is the output, and a ground, which is connected to the ground of the Arduino Uno, and a VCC, which is connected to 5 volts. So it gives a digital input that, let's say, we have kept the threshold value. We have fine-tuned the potentiometer to detect objects as soon as they come closer, let's say 3 centimeter. So it will give a high every time an object is in the vicinity of the infrared sensor and at a distance of less than 3 centimeter. And every time it is less, let's say at a distance of 8 centimeter or 9 centimeter, we'll get a logic low. So let's get started with the code writing. And as we've been moving in a very systematic way so far, let's actually keep doing that. Let's go to the flowchart of the code. And I have also showed you the circuit diagram just now, so you have a fair idea of how things are working over here. This is somewhat the same code that we wrote with the push button. So on your screen right now is the flowchart of the code that we're going to be writing. So first of all, what is our objective of the program? We want that every time an object is detected by the infrared sensor module, the onboard LED turns on. It's as simple as that, right? So what we'll be doing here is that in the setup function, we'll declare pin 13 as the output pin because that is where our onboard LED is connected to. So let's keep pin 3 as the input pin, and we will be attaching our infrared sensor's output to pin 3, digital pin number 3. And let's actually keep the default status of pin 13 as low and keep the onboard LED off in the starting. So now we come to the loop section where the magic will be happening. So what will be happening in the loop section is that we will be testing the state of pin 3 and checking whether it is high. So according to all the discussion that we had, whenever an object is detected by the infrared sensor module, it will give a high voltage. So when we are detecting an object and getting a high voltage, what do we want? We want that the onboard LED turns on. So whenever that is yes, we turn on the onboard LED. Whenever that is no, we turn off the onboard LED. And we keep repeating this procedure, keep testing the state of pin 3, and this program keeps on running. So here we are in the Arduino IDE where we will be writing the code for our infrared sensor. And with the flowchart that we've just discussed, what we are going to be doing is, first of all, in the void setup function, we'll be making our onboard LED. So for that, we'll be actually putting pin 13 as the output. So let me just do that quickly. Pin mode 13 as output. So that is where the onboard LED is connected on the Arduino Uno board, and we know that. So moving on, we'll be actually creating pin mode 3 as the input because that is where the output port of the infrared sensor module has been attached. So let me just do that quickly. Pin mode 3 as input. Next, we will be turning off the onboard LED in the starting. So we will be writing digital write 13 as low. So it's off in the starting. So in the loop function, we'll be testing the state of pin 3 again and again. And we know how to do that with the help of our digital read function. And we also have some experience doing that when we interface the push button with our Arduino Uno. So for that, first of all, I'll be creating a variable. So let's name that variable A. So int A is the variable that we'll be using, and we will be writing the statement A is equal to digital read and a pin, which is 3 semicolon. So by this time, I am quite sure that you're familiar with all the syntax, that what is capital and what is not. So please make sure that you are following all the norms. Next, now comes our part where we are doing all the thinking, right? So with the infrared sensor module, every time an object is detected, we get a logic high, which means that we get a 1 on our digital pin number 3. So what we'll be coding is that if A is equal to 1, which means that an object has been detected. So let me just write that down here in a comment. An object has been detected. We want that every time this happens, we open an if statement and we say, I want that the onboard LED turns on. And if this is not happening, if there is no object detected, we can write else directly because either we will be getting a 1 or a 0. So if there is no object detected, we can just give a comment here, no object detected. We want that the LED remains off. So at the end of these two if statements, we'll also be giving a delay so that we are getting accurate values. So delay of, let's say, 1000 milliseconds. So another way to use the delay function here will be that let's say you want that every time an object is detected, you want that the onboard LED is on for, let's say, 10 seconds. So what you can do here is write here in our an object has been detected if statement, you can write a delay of 10,000 milliseconds, which will translate to 10 seconds. So as soon as the LED is turned on, it will wait here for 10 seconds and then only it will take the input again and decide what is happening. This is something that can be done with the keeping in mind the situation of the environment where you are actually deploying this program and this whole circuitry. So that is something that is very nice.